Ryan, do you love me? She asked. Jungkook lightly laughed. Oh my desire, why don't you understand? The word love isn't in my dictionary, he said while ignoring her. Arthur Poff. Ryan was crying, her tears continually falling because she don't have money to pay her fees. She don't know what to do. She don't have any job yet because she tries so much. Tomorrow she's going in a mansion for job because someone told her about that they need a maid. She wiped her tears and lump in her dry throat. She don't have any family. She's all alone. At first she lived with her uncle's house, but then they throw her out and then she became independent. Next day, now she is standing in front of our outstanding mansion. She hesitantly talked with guards. I came here because I heard that they need a maid, she asked. They checked her and let her go inside. Ryan Poff. Wow, I never saw this type of house in my whole life. She is busy in admiring the room, but then suddenly she heard a cold voice. Maid, so you are that girl? Ryan, yes. Maid, which type of job you want to do? Ryan, for housework, I just do work to in half day because in morning I'm going to college. That's why. Maid, okay, you can come from today, tomorrow, at night. She is very happy because her salary is satisfying and in this salary she pay all college fees. And today is a happy day for me. I'm so happy. She said come here after college. She's happy. She happily closed her eyes and Ryan excitedly standing there for order made you come in the good girl. You come in the time. Ryan start cleaning the things but then she heard a cold voice. I want my coffee in my room. Maid, okay sir. But Ryan ignored the voice and again doing work. But then maid, Ryan, go and give him coffee. Ryan, yes ma'am. Who will have to give it? Lyra tell you, okay? Okay. She silently start working while holding a cup of coffee. Lyra this way. Ryan followed her. Lyra is beautiful girl and sweet. She told her room and now Ryan walked towards the room. Ryan entered and saw a man sitting on the couch. He's looking outside. Ryan silently walked towards him and placed the cup of coffee on the table. She didn't look at him, but when he feels her presence, he stared on her face. Jungkook, I'm sitting here, but then someone came in without my permission and placed the coffee cup on the table. I look at her. She's beautiful girl with innocent face. I think she's 18 years old, young girl. I'm looking at her like maniac, but then she turned. Jungkook, stop. Mine froze on her spot. Shiver runs down her spine and she gloved hard when he ordered her. Yes, sir. I think you are new here. Jungkook, who hired you here? Mine. She hired me and I don't know her name. She starts speaking and he stared on her face. He never blinked while listening her, but then she stopped. Jungkook, so it's your story. Yes, she said while smiling. Jungkook, now go. Mine. Okay, sir. She went out. Jungkook introduction. Jungkook is a billionaire. He is handsome. He has so many girls in his life, but as a not girlfriend. He don't believe in love. He just want a girl, a beautiful girl. And after seeing Ryan, he wants her as a. He didn't talk to his housemates, but Ryan is the one who he talked with. Now he bite his lips and smirk. I like sweet girls. After 1 month, Ryan's condition became worse because at night she didn't slept. One day, Ryan was busy in cleaning the table, but then he came and sat on the sofa. Ryan stood straight and asked, do you want something, sir? He looked at her figure and said, I want to talk with you. Yes, sir. Do you want money? Why? Yes. Jungkook, I have an offer for you. He got up and walked towards her. He looked in her eyes. Which offer? I know your condition. I give you so much money if you give me one thing. His breath touched her face. Slowly, slowly, she understood what he's talking about. She asked him. I He touched her skin. But if you don't want to agree, I didn't force you. But think about it. I pay your college fees and you don't need to work anymore. I gave you a big house. Maya looked at him with her innocent eyes. You can take your time, okay? He left from there while said this. At night, you are laying on your bed. She is busy in her thoughts. Mine pop. I work half day and study half day, and I don't have time to sleep. I need more money to pay the apartment dues. I'm all confused now. I'm all alone in this world. I think so. I accept his proposal. She starts crying because of her condition. In morning, she is standing in front of his door. She thought after her graduation, she leave this job and find a new job in a company. She knocked on the door. Jungkook, come in. He said. He entered and he smoked while saying her. Jungkook, so what you decide when? He got up and came near her. She looked up at him and said, I agreed. She agreed with him. Jungkook smiled and said, you made a good decision, but first let's sign the contract. He said, minutes later. They are sitting on the couch. This is contract, read it, he said. Mine grabbed it and started reading it. Okay, I understand. Jungkook look at her because she don't have any problem with the contract. Do you read it that you don't fall in love with me? Why? Yes, I read it. Don't worry, I'm not falling in love with you. I like your attitude, but every girl fall for me, Jungkook said. I'm not falling in love with you, so don't worry, Jungkook. Okay, let's start. He caught him and picked her up. In dining table. Ryan was sitting on the chair and all maids start serving you. Senior maid look at you and ignore you. When they left, Janko, he said while grabbing her hand. Ryan sit on his chair and she start feeding him. And he also start feeding her. After a few days later, Janko take her with him in a mall. Janko, pick everything if you want them. Anything? She asked. He nodded. Janko hugged her from behind and said, because I don't want you to wear cheap dresses. You smiled and started buying the different dresses. On your graduation day, you were waiting for him, but he didn't come. Why I'm waiting for him? I'm just his maid. Everyone. He's walking his Jungkook right hand. He came near you and stand in front of you. Hi, my name is Jungkook. So you can call me Jihab, you can believe me. Okay, Ryan smile and start talking to him. They click a photo together. Ryan wants to click photo with Jungkook, but he is busy. She enjoyed his company because he's very funny yet cute guy. He smiles every time. They came home and entered in the mansion, but when they entered, they heard some noises, which was coming from Jungkook's rooms. Why understand that he is with a girl? Jihok awkwardly looked at her and said, "Let's play some games." Ryan, okay. Ryan heart ached. First time she don't like that he's with a girl. She's jealous and sad, but she didn't do anything. She and J-Hope start playing games. Week later. She successfully find a job and now she's standing in front of Jungkook. Why and Jungkook, I want to leave this. Jungkook, what do you think this is a job? No, it's not a job, it's a contract and when it's over I will tell you. Why and Jungkook, but I find a job. Jungkook, if you want a job, then came in my company, okay? I don't want to break the contract. I hope you understand. Why nodded and he signed her. Months went by when she started falling for him. She likes when he treated her like a princess, but the only thing hurt her when he's with another girl. Now they are in. He is sitting with some girls and Ryan sit in front of him. She can't control her anger and left from there. And she came in dance floor. Everyone was busy in dancing and Ryan also start dancing with the guy because of weird lights she don't know. Minutes later, when weird lights were off and everyone's faces looked closely and clearly, she looked at the person and the person is Jaehook. They both shocked to see each other. He immediately leave her and looked at Jungkook's direction. Jaehook, he didn't saw us. Why? I'm sorry. No need to sorry. It's not your mistake. After talked with Jaehook, she came to Jungkook. She sat beside him and nervously heartbeats said, Jungkook, are you okay? He touched her face and she Jungkook, what happened? Why? Nothing, I'm okay, I just want to go back. After that, she and Jacob become friends and they consider that his mistake and Jacob tell her about his girlfriend and Ryan tell him about her feelings towards Jungkook. But about Ryan's feelings, her feelings became worst towards Jungkook. She didn't like to see any girl with him. They are laying on the bed and then Ryan asks, Jungkook, don't you love someone in your life? Jungkook, I love someone and she is my childhood love. She is not here and I wait for her. Her heart started beating fast. She felt sudden pain in her heart, but she controlled herself. So when she came back, Jungkook I hope 2 years later. She is happy that his friend didn't came back now, but his love for her is unconditionally. Now she is walking being all dressed while grabbing a bottle. She wiped her nose and started crying. Her beautiful gown sprayed all over the floor. She barefooted. She sat on the floor and started crying. Her life was destroyed. She looked at beautiful house and started crying loudly. I destroyed my life with my own hands. I don't want this life. Sobbing. I want him, but he want for her. I want his love, but he love her. She started crying loudly. Her mascara was separated. She's crying because she heard him talking to her and she said she came soon. And then she slept on the floor while crying mess. In morning she feels someone's presence. She opened her eyes and looked at him. He bandaged her ankle. Ryan, what are you doing here? Jeff, can't you see I'm bandaging your ankle? Jeff, welcome, but look at yourself. What are you do with you? Ryan, she said she's coming back. Jeff, control yourself. I know you love him, but accept the reality. I know it's hard for you, but don't do anything worse than this. Ryan, I'm not doing anything worse than this again. She smiles and hugs me. Ryan, is your girlfriend back from her trip? Jeff, no, she came back after 2 days. Ryan, okay. After that, she went to company and entered in his office. Jungkook, Ryan, come here and please massage my temple. Okay, she started massaging. Ryan, you are good in this. Jungkook, Ryan, don't you love someone? Ryan, no. Jungkook, why? He asked. Ryan, I'm not interested in this. She tried to ignore his question. After 5 months later, Tsuyu, Jungkook, she ran and hugged him tightly. He did the same. He lifted her up. Jungkook, I missed you so much. He kissed her on her cheeks. After seeing the J-pop look at Ryan, she controlling her tears. Jungkook, come meet with my friends. So he is J-Hope and she is Ryan. They smile, they shake their hands. To your nice to meet you. By the way, you are beautiful, Ryan. Ryan, thank you. You are also beautiful. J-Hope, now I am going. I want to go with you, J-Hope. Ryan said. Okay, let's go. Enjoy. She smiled and started walking. J-Hope, are you okay? Ryan, yeah, I'm okay. Don't worry. I accept the reality. J-Hope, are you serious? Ryan, yes, I am serious. J-Hope, okay, then let's go to with me, you and my girlfriend. Geoff, you can go. I want to sleep. I'm very tired. Geoff, why and I'm not saying this because of it. I'm really tired. I need some rest. Okay, you need anything. Then call me. He dropped you at your place. You came inside and fell on the bed. You start crying. Why I became obsessed with him. You start crying. I believed one day I will leave you. Next day, her eyes opened because of Sohi, Jehob's girlfriend. Sohi, wake up, Vayan. Sohi, good morning, Vayan said. Sohi, good morning. Sohi, Vayan, now wake up. Vayan, okay. Sohi, wake up, Vayan. Let's go to the mall. Vayan, I don't want to go anywhere. Sohi, oof, you lazy ass, get up. Now Sohi and Ryan was shopping. They came out and decided to eat something there standing in front of the cafe, but they don't like, so they went to another cafe. Janko and Tezuya was sitting inside. They saw them and through a glass window. Tezuya, your friend is beautiful. Janko, hmm. She smiled when seeing him because his eyes were on you. He didn't look at her while answering her. He saw your figure is training. Janko posed. She looks beautiful in that dress which I bought for her. You both ate your dinner and she went to her house and you came to your house, but suddenly when you enter your heart starts beating fast and everything around you starts spinning. You opened your bag and took your medicine. Next morning. Doctor, you need a surgery, Miss Vine. It's very important for you. Your heart condition became worse. Vine, doctor, I don't have anyone and I don't have any money, so please give me some medicine. Doctor, okay. Now she is walking on the road while holding files. She don't want to tell Jungkook about this because their contract was about to end and she don't want to become a burden on J-Hope. Actually, she don't want to recover because she thought that when Jungkook leave her, then there's no reason left to live. On the other hand, Jungkook was sitting on his chair and Tezuya was looking at his work, but then she grabbed a photo frame of Ryan and Jungkook. He placed the frame on his table in front of him. She smiled and asked, Jungkook, is Ryan your friend? Jungkook, yes. Tezuya, I don't think so. Tezuya means you never placed a frame of me and you. I think you love her. Jungkook, no, I don't love her. I just put that frame because you don't have reason to explain, so don't make lame excuses. Excuse. Does you like her? She is cute and beautiful. Let's make her uh, meet her after dinner. Janko, okay. At night. Leo was also there with his girlfriend where Janko and Tezuya seated. J-Hope, where is Ryan? J-Hope, she said she wants to sleep and she's sick. She's sick, so she didn't came. J-Hope, sick? She didn't tell me she's sick. Tezuya, so don't worry, we will go to her house after dinner, okay? They all seated, they are eating, but then everyone started running. Tezuya, what happened, Jango? Jango, I don't know. They all got up. And then bodyguards stand around them. And Jango recognized who he marked. So Jango, how are you? Jango, what do you want from me? He said with his clenched teeth. Mark, I come to tell you. Django, what revenge? I don't want to give you that deal. You insulted me there, so I want to take revenge first. I thought you don't have anyone to love, but then I found her. He grabbed Ian's hand from his bodyguard harshly. Django, Ian, he shouted. She is not in her state. They inject her something. She fell on the ground, but he grabbed her. Leave her, I will give you the deal. Okay, leave her. Mark, it's too late. But I inject her. Mark, and sadly, Jungkook heart dropped after listening. J-Hope looked at him. Leave her, please. Mark, okay. He leave her, and she fell on the ground harshly. Jungkook ran towards her and grabbed her. Jungkook, Ryan, please open your eyes. His tears start dripping. Mark, now I take my revenge. Bye bye. He left from there. J-Hope, Tezuka, and Sohee came towards him. J-Hope, Jungkook, hurry up, we need to go hospital. Jungkook picked her up and ran outside. In hospital. Janko, please save her. He begged to doctor because the doctor was his friend. Felix, don't worry, I will try my best. They ran inside. Did you look at Janko? He's crying. He never cried for a girl in his life, but today he's crying. She knows that he has a feeling for Bayan. I hope you will be right. After a few minutes later, doctor came out. Is she okay? Yes, she is fine, but she lost her baby. I'm sorry for that. Janko, okay. Few minutes they wait outside and then only Janko went in to meet her. Jungkook and stand in front of her. Why don't you tell me about you? Because I know you forced me to abort. Jungkook, how can you imagine it by yourself that I forced you? Jungkook, please, I'm not in the mood to talk with you. Jungkook, look, my baby, what happened with you? Why are you behaving like this? Jungkook, you know our contract was about to end. Yes, I know. So let me go and happy with your childhood love. May you live your happy life with her. He sadly hummed and got up from there and went out. Is she okay? What happened, Jungkook? Jungkook, she is okay. You can go and meet her. He left them behind and started walking alone because he know don't fall in love in his contract. Jungkook, how can I fall in love with her? I have so many, but she is in one. He sighed heavily and sat on the bench. Is that it to let her go? But then suddenly a doctor came and said, Doctor, is Miss Ryan with you? Yes. Who are you to her? I am her boyfriend. Boyfriend, but she said she don't have anyone in her life. Doctor, I came to tell you that she is heart patient and she need a surgery, but she refused while saying she don't have anyone and she don't have money. Janku shocked while hearing that she is a heart patient. Janku, doctor prepared all these things. I gave you money for her surgery. Doctor, okay. After that, he didn't tell her that he know that she is patient. Now she is sitting in her room. Suddenly, her doorbell started ringing. She got up and Why, Janko, what are you doing here? Janko, I'm here to talk with you. He entered and sat on her couch and signed her to sit beside him. She went towards him and sat beside him. Janko, do you love me? She hesitated and said no. Janko, but I love you. Her words stopped for a moment. She looked at him blankly and asked, Are you serious? Janko, yes. He harmed, but you said you loved Zoe. Ryan asked. I loved her before, but now you are my love, and I considered Zoe a friend. But now you said you don't love me, so I'm going back. Ryan, wait, I love you too. She hugged him from back. He turned and said, If you love me, then why don't you told me about your condition? Because you were just my. That's why, Chanko, okay, but now let's go to a doctor for your surgery. Ryan, but what about Zoe? She is just my friend. Ryan smiled and they both went to the doctor. After that, Ryan's surgery became successful and he married and they both happy life together spent.